So you right-click your token, and then 6
Oh.
icons will pop up. Does that show up for you guys?
5.
Yes.
And then
5.
okay, you don't have one of them. And then
But we do have combat state.
yeah, so that will put you on the tracker, and then I believe you have to. Then there'll be a dice if you click it, and that will roll your initiative.
Okay.
The dice will be in the combat tracker.
Did it roll?
Yes.
Oh.
So even though it looks like a D20, it rolls a D10, which is appropriate. And then I'm going to spoil what these things are because I didn't think they're.
Oh, but I know too. I found them too. I'm very proud of myself for finding them. Can I just say their name?
Yes.
Astral Spinners. I'm very proud of myself for finding them all on my own. They have silver webs.
Yeah, what?
They have webs of silver.
Which look really cool. Only I had known what they were.
Let me know if mine ever rolls.
No.
No.
It looks unrolled to me. There we go. Nope.
And I will happily admit that information would have been a lot more useful approximately 10 minutes ago, but sorry.
Yep.
As if we were going to avoid the silver anyway.
Exactly. Yeah, true.
Yeah, mine's not
Just
rolling.
roll. Here, let me see if I can roll it for you.
Roll me a good one.
I believe you count up in this, right? Low is good.
I have no idea.
It's supposed to be cards 1 through 10. Number
Yeah.
1 acts first, yeah.
Yeah. So you roll the best, actually.
But did we surprise the spiders?
No. So
Okay.
they.
Guess I should have pushed that. Although I don't know if I could have snuck up on them anyway.
And since they kind of appeared in front of you, they're gonna move as their surprise action, but they didn't surprise you enough to attack you. So, all right, move some up, and then it will be starting with, Ja. So, if you guys look back at the home tab in reference, so everyone's kind of rolled their initiatives. You got to declare your actions, so you can either take 2 fast actions or 2 slow actions. And then, so what if you have this tab open, the ref card, it kind of says how what each attack action is or non-attack action is, fast or slow. So why doesn't everyone just kind of take a minute to think through what you want to do, and then we'll go to Ja.
That's in home.
And then, so you declare your action, and then somebody will try to react to it if they can, and then you're gonna roll off and see how the outcome works.
So I'm looking at this here, and I'm not actually seeing an action for cowering. Like in fear. Anyway, but I'm just going to stand here paralyzed. Anyway.
The one that lists charge.
Oh yeah, you're right. It probably would be a slow action. It's just like a charge where I stay in place.
Perfect. Yep. So for everyone. So our first real combat.
Hey. Alright, so we have 2 fast or 1 slow?
Yep. 2 fast or 1 fast and 1 slow.
Okay. I would like to aim as my fast and then fire as my slow.
Okay.
Or shoot as my slow.
And they are going to attempt to dodge. So it's your roll of your attack roll against their move roll.
It's marksmanship.
Yeah.
Any modifiers?
Just whatever you have. Whatever aim gives you.
I think it's damage.
Okay.
Should I push it?
I mean, I have to say that WP is good as gold in this game. You're going to lose, some of your points regardless. I think that pushing is a great decision. But I'm an idiot, so
There's technically one success. I don't know what dodging does. Does a dodging success negate an attack success?
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
So is it a pissing contest from here?
I think they take partial damage, if I remember. Sorry, this is slow.
You're
Our
good,
first
you're
fight.
good.
dodge. You throw yourself out of the way of your opponent's attack. Reactive action. Roll move, not melee. You cannot use a weapon. If the attacker slashes, you get a +2 bonus. Every cross swords you roll eliminates a cross swords from the attacker's roll, so every 6. So yeah, it is a pissing contest.
Okay. I will gladly
But you
push.
didn't slash, so.
I didn't. But I only got one success, which is low for me.
And you as the dwarf have the option for infinite pushing, is that right? Or do you have to spend a willpower to push further?
I need a willpower.
He doesn't. He needs to start it, but then you can keep pushing. I think.
Right. I have 3 from last session. So I have several pushes.
Okay. Yeah. So, this is just gonna be, miss. It's pretty small and scuttling quickly. So your arrow kind of clatters off the ground,
Okay.
and then we are going to go to the next. And progress. Okay, it's not working. So,
Wait.
Nope.
Wait. Once you have used up all your actions during the round, you can spend a willpower to immediately attack again using a ranged weapon.
nice. Okay, so you can do that.
That unique to you?
Yeah.
Is that in the thingy thing?
Half of the arrow.
Nice.
I will push that. Boom.
All right.
I gotta look back at all my talents.
Okay. So
I should have added one to all of those. That's fine.
you kill one of our friends.
Hey.
When the arrow kind of just hits dead center of this kind of molten silver spider, and it stops skittering, and its legs like stick out straight to the side, and then slowly start to curl in. Right. So we are on Z.
Alright, so I think my fast action will be shove,
Okay.
and my slow action will be stab.
Okay.
So what do I do? Sorry.
So
It took
shove
me long
is
enough to
this
get that.
strength roll
Uh-huh.
that does something.
So it's just a standard melee
What?
roll?
I think it's just a strength, but trying to figure out. So shove, you try to put your enemy to the ground. Okay, well, I don't know. I think
Oh.
that's more like a knockdown, so you don't want to do that.
Okay. Well, there's
We can
not a
say
lot of
because
good-
they're small, you would push them back of like a certain number of squares.
Oh, I see. There's not a lot of good fast ones.
Well, I mean, because they're small and like lightweight, I say it'd be pretty fast to just like kind of kick at them and try to move them that
Yeah, yeah. I want to kick at it.
Okay.
Shove with my foot.
way. Good old foot shove.
Yeah.
All
It
right.
says
So
it's a melee skill.
okay. Well, then you would make a melee roll.
Do a melee. I'm gonna be fine with that, actually. I'm not gonna push it.
Okay.
And then I do my fast.
Okay.
My other action, which is stab, which is another melee. What? Rude. That one I will push.
Oh man.
All right. So it scooters out of the way and negates your attack. Oh no! So it can only dodge once per roll per attack, I believe. Like I know you've kind of effectively done. So I think you actually hit this one. So do you want to describe your kill of the spider?
Wait, so I missed my kick. So I do a kind of whiff over the spider that I can't see very well because it's kind of low to the ground and scares me. But in the reaction to my kick of the spider, I come down with my dagger and stab it through the middle, squishing it and pinning it to the ground.
Yeah, so again, it's got this kind of like goldish silver carapace, and inside, like the ichor that's coming out kind of just looks like runny, like mercury. It's just kind of like pouring around, and it seems to like flow out of the spider and then like immediately start kind of evaporating into nothingness.
Nice.
All right. This is goal. 2 spiders down. Your friends are making quick work of the little clicky spiders and their silver web. What are you gonna do?
The web doesn't seem to be obscuring anything.
No, the
Or-
web's
or-
over here. It's actually on the map.
So how far? So I'm looking at the chart of slow actions and fast actions now. How far can you move and attack? Looks like you can fast action.
Yeah. So in here you can move. So a move in here would be about 7 squares.
Okay, so I can move to that last spider to try to slash it.
Yep.
All right, I will try to step past the tree lady and slash the last spider with my sword.
Okay. Give me a roll and I shall roll.
I have a modifier of 2. I'm not sure why, if that's a leftover from before or not. I don't think I should have a.
Yeah, the modifier row would just be for like whatever is situational or granted by your skill or something.
Okay, so so I should not have a modifier right now. I don't think.
All right, so it would be a miss unless you push it.
I guess I will push it.
Okay.
So I need to spend 1 willpower to do that, or
Correct.
oops.
Yeah, you 1 willpower. If you get a skull after that, you're going to take damage equal to the number of skulls, and then once you have all your extra effects.
Okay. And what's the how do I do the push roll?
So on your character sheet at the top, there's the push score.
Okay, I see.
Sorry, I hate to be
Whoa.
that dude. I think the push is free. I think that Ja can push beyond the first push for willpower as a dwarf. So I don't think it costs him WP.
Pushing is
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you're right. I think I just read the rule before, and it's you actually gain willpower from pushing if
Yeah.
you break. But then you risk hosing yourself. Like, which dice are the base dice?
Okay, I need to look this back up then. It's been too long.
Sorry, I do like this
Honestly.
system though.
Because
As
if
I'm
it's
sitting
the
here-
white, is it? Yeah. Do you remember in this system if it's which dice are the base dice?
So then the first roll, 6 is a win and 1 doesn't matter. If you push, 6 is still a win, but 1's remove 1 from the appropriate attribute, but
Mhm.
also give you a willpower per thing.
So whatever
the-
category your skill is that you're using.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out because
Exactly.
I just rolled 3 skulls, but I'm not sure if those are the base, the talent, or the weapon die. Actually, I should
So
be able to.
it doesn't matter what
look
the-
at my sheet.
oh,
Hold on,
I
that
see.
was that was my shit. That was my base. So I think I just did 3 points of damage to myself.
Right.
But you did do 2 damage to it, which is also important. And the cool thing about Ja is that he can just spend a willpower and just keep pushing.
Yeah.
So if I recall the rules right, since I rolled 3 skulls on my base dice, that means I do 3 points of damage to myself.
To strength, yes.
So I must have like tripped and skidded in the glass shards or something.
All right, that sounds great. Actually, yeah. So
Got myself all slashed and cut up while I was
a mighty
hitting
chop.
the
You
spider.
leave the spider in twain and then kind of fall into broken crystal and get it all cut up. Does that put you down, or you still have strength after that?
Where do I take all that damage to strength?
Yes. So it's whatever attribute you're rolling in. So since this is mainly
So
damage strength.
we have 1 point left. So
Okay. Okay. So
I just did more damage to myself than all of our opponents have done to us.
as the third spider is slain, you hear 3 more clicks from the shelves above you.
Right.
And kind of waiting there, staring up into the darkness, nothing happens. So maybe that was them leaving, and we're out of combat. And
Can I just say,
spiders that are around are slowly fading away, like getting fainter and fainter, and kind of almost evaporating off of the arrow where it's pinned, or just where they're dead on the ground.
so my character, against characteristics, when he heard the fight breaking out, which I assumed that he did, was actually going to run to aid his colleagues once we're unpaused. I'll move over there if that's okay.
Sure. Yep. That's fine. Yeah. So you can move freely now. We're out of combat.
Let's split the party again.
Oh wow, but that does give me 3 more willpower points though.
Yes. Are you guys okay? I heard something.
No, I am not okay.
Oh my goodness, you don't look okay. I'll go over to him. I think that I have a healing thing that I can do. I don't think I have spells, but I do have the healing skill. Shall I go ahead and use that now?
Good time like the present, right?
Well, he's got like this orange glass that's like stuck in him from head to toe. So
I'll pull out my knife and start trying to extract that.
yeah.
While they do that, do we know if magical spider blood or spider bodies are good for anything?
You can check out the field guide.
They,
are.
I'll talk as I'm doing this, having thoroughly read the field guide. Very useful parts of them are the glowing gem-like spheres that you can find within their bodies, and the webbing is actually silver, which could be worth quite a bit. It's also rumored that the webbing can be melted and forged into weapons capable of cutting silver cords. This is important because this species apparently, when it gets when it ambushes you, will wrap you up in those cords, which will then become astral and transport you to the astral plane to be consumed by them, of course.
Casual.
Yeah, so if you get fully wrapped up, the cords can't be cut, and then you disappear, and your friends can't help you as you're eaten. So don't do that.
I get
Yeah.
1 success on my.
Can't wait.
Awesome.
So that just heals him 1 point, right?
Yeah, it Yeah, you will recover 1 attribute point to your strength, I believe. If you were broken, if you had lost all of your strength, I wouldn't be able to do anything. I might want to invest in the healing path. Like, I wanted to avoid that, but honestly, it doesn't seem like a bad idea. It's just as boring, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure you guys could find something healish someday.
And I don't even know how many things count as demons. There is a banish demon spell in here that's pretty boss.
You'll know if you see a demon.
Oh, fair enough.
So with my rules, it's more like an outsider, like just not of this, not like clearly not of this plane or like common planes, like the elemental planes. So you
Makes sense to me. Yeah, and I
Right,
wouldn't be
so-
able to. Sorry.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say that I wouldn't actually be able to stop someone from being broken until level 2, I don't think. So I'd actually be a little ways off. Yeah, it looks like Healing Hands just works as the healing skill, but a little bit more effective because it's based on power level, not how many 6s I roll.
So we're gonna collect those valuable pieces of the spiders, right? For
Are you?
something later. Yeah.
You tell
I'm
me.
gonna put them in my sack of stuff that I've been
Okay.
carrying around.
So
The webbing is made of pure silver, but it's coated in a translucent sticky gel. We can take it, but we don't want to get stuck. They will kill us. They will come and try and take us.
Do you have any gloves or any method of collecting this stuff?
Let me look through our inventory.
Yeah, so the orbs you're kind of pulling out of the body of the spider Z. 2 of them are, it's almost like a glass sphere within it, and it's filled with kind of this like faintly bluey, glowing blue liquid. And then 2 of them have blue orbs. 1 has a red orb, whatever that means. And like that's the one part of their body that doesn't fade, or it appeared it was fading until you like extracted it, and then it's no longer fading, but the rest of the body does. So you have 2 blue orbs and 1 red orb from the spiders.
I assume that we didn't take any of the equipment in the other category with us. Like, I assume the obsidian great axe isn't with us. That's in some camp or something somewhere.
I'll let you guys kind of retcon what you have with you, because we should have covered that at the beginning.
I probably have either the ivory harpoon or an obsidian spear with me. I can't use it, but someone handed them to me, and I'm hanging on to them for dear life. So, is it how heavily does the silver appear moored to the basalt shelves? Basalt?
I mean, as
Assault
well as
shell.
Assault.
a spider web would be. So, like, 'cause there's quite a few anchor points. You'd have to do some cutting to get it all free.
Can I do that with the spear? Can I like leverage it like a lever and just try and pop the silver off the shelves?
You can with a strength check.
Then everyone witness my glory.
Can
Can I help? Can I add to that? Can we help out?
I
I
will
embarrass
watch.
myself very, very significantly. Just so
Yeah.
you guys
So
know.
if some folks are helping out, you can add some dice to that roll.
Maybe I'll have someone else be the primary and I'll assist if that's I don't know who here is good at strength.
I
But
think
but
anyone's
it's a-
much better, to be
Yeah.
fair.
Well,
I
Sizzle.
was before I, took a face plant in broken glass.
Yeah.
I can help.
I have a
So
solid
if this
3.
works out, it'd probably be a good idea for collecting the web, because then you just have this sticky ball of web at the end, like a giant cotton candy.
Hey,
Nice.
For your help, everyone.
Nice.
you're welcome.
Through the power of friendship, as usual,
We're
you
so strong
overcome
together.
the silver web, and you have a bundle of sticky silver web at the end of a harpoon.
Right. Once we're away from their nest, maybe we can find a way to melt it down. I don't really know. I've never worked as a smith, but I suspect that silver has a relatively low melting point. Regardless, they do. Well, fair enough. Yeah, maybe others are better than I am. I am no craftsman. But regardless, we should be able to haul this and bring it back to the ship. This is surely worth something.
Crafting skill.
Absolutely.
Couple sessions ago.
You
Helps
know, if we find more of these spiders, and we manage to take them back to the portal area. ... Wink, wink, nudge,
Take them
nudge.
back. Like put them in our little pockets.
Yeah, something like that.
Just put them in a big jar with a paper plate underneath.
A very big jar with just a small hole that they happen to put their silk out of. Yeah.
Well, didn't Cisco say that there's another set of silver glintingness on the other side of the building?
I think he did.
Yes, on one of the other corridors at the other side. Yes.
Mhm.
I didn't
Yeah.
see these things, and I certainly didn't fight them, but if they're not that dangerous, then this is a lot of silver.
I mean, you would have seen their fading bodies when you ran up.
Oh, then I hate them. I hate them a lot.
They're
I
like
don't know if
But
Zardak
wide
is...
silver spiders.
Yeah, I'm not into it. I'm just gonna be honest, I'm not into it.
Any like little baby spider eggs in this web that we've collected that we could just shove into our bag and I don't know, breed to be our friends later, versus taking some adults with us.
In this web, it doesn't appear to be like any obvious egg sacs or anything.
Okay.
Shavik, just for your information, my guy is being profoundly stupid and wandering around.
Okay.
Don't split the party.
Oh, okay.
All right. As you come out, and your torchlight kind of spills past the end of this shelf into like the wider open space again. You hear a few clicks on the far side of the tower. But
Like
otherwise-
over to the east.
Yes, over to the east, and otherwise nothing happens.
I'll move back to Z and inform her. Yes, I think there are some more spiders over there. I do want to explore. If there's nothing but the astral spinners, I'd love to look around and just avoid their webs. But I don't know if there's anything but just the astral spinners.
What's our plan for getting these spiders this time?
Knock them out.
We could activate their web, lure them out, and then Ja could shoot them with his arrows repeatedly. And we have spears, we have the harpoon, we have the great axe. We could just sunder the web.
Could we keep them alive if they don't have legs? I
How many legs does a
have
spider
no.
need?
I have no ethical boundaries on this, so
They're spiders. As far as I'm concerned, we could. It is morally equal to do anything at all to them. That being said, I'm not a big fan. They're kind of gross.
Classy. All right, so you're spider hunting. Is that what we're doing?
We don't have any like herbs or anything that makes people sleepy. We only have fermented fight milk and like zoomy hibiscus, right?
Yeah, give them meth.
Yeah, I don't want to do that.
Incidentally, that elf statue that I hesitate to say anything good about it, of course, but that's very near where the hidden hibiscus was, and those were very, very nice. Shavik, would it be possible for us just to do a scouting roll and look through the area now that we know to specifically avoid silver spider webs?
Sure. Yep. So give me a group roll with a +3, somebody.
And I will assist to that, which is the +3, obviously.
I got you.
Boss.
Boom.
Heck yeah.
Beautiful. Amazing roll. Okay. So, yeah, there's a few points where you see the silver spider webs, so you're staying away from them. And
For now, I think.
What? Yeah, for now. Okay. And then the southern door or southern wall, there's 2 doors in it, going into some other space, and basically kind of similar to what Siskel found. The central area looks the most looted. Like seems like most people or most beings that had came in here to try to find what they could from the elves were scared and just got what was easy. So over time, that area got looted the most. With this scouting roll, yeah, you're gonna find a few pounds of like fine gems and stuff that have been scattered on the floor, but there's really nothing substantial or large that is on any of these shelves that you can find that look like of much value. This floor has probably been looted the most of where anyone's been at the tower.
Someone would loot it and leave behind gems.
It's more like they were like scattered among the rubbish. So like as you guys were walking, you kind of like kicked them and scattered them, and they caught the light or something. So we'll have a few semi-precious gems.
Right, adding it to our journal.
Awesome. And what's the deal with these doors? Like, is there anything noteworthy about them?
So these are a different material than the doors up front. So these are wooden doors. Again, they're 10 feet tall and 5 feet wide. And they're definitely not nearly as ornate or anything. They're pretty plain, actually. Like the carpentry that went into them, like the planks kind of fit together rather seamlessly, even after all this time. And there's a little bit of that orangey crystal on the outside of them. So they've been preserved and didn't disintegrate, but I mean they're plain.
They're a latch, they're a lock, anything like that?
It just looks like it can be worked by a simple mechanism. It doesn't appear to be locked, or even capable of being locked.
I'm going to look over at my compatriots and point at one of the 2 doors. Probably the one closer to them.
Where are they?
We're down near the southern area of the map.
Here?
Yeah, they're marked by a little
There you go.
tiny. This one is locked. There we go. Yeah, so if you want to open it, you can just click it.
Well,
I assume the rest are just hallways that go in between the front and the back.
Yeah, like you're talking about this main space.
the 4 doors, yeah.
Yeah.
Failed to catch up to you guys.
Missing one.
All right, let's go in.
I'm gonna fall back because I'm a Kentucky Fried coward. I want nothing to do with that. Someone else can have the honor.
Yeah, I'll open the door.
One more thing to say, in the central area where these shelves have collapsed from something, you found like kind of broken bits of large kind of humanoid statue, or not large, but regular sized humanoid statues of like different color marble, but it's just like little bits and pieces, mostly like arms and limbs.
Did it look at all like the gauntlets that we found in the boar cave?
Kind of very similar structure, yeah.
Okay.
I don't think I want to buy this or drag them around. So leave them be.
Okay, somebody's clicking the door.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll go through.
Click that
Click it,
door.
click it.
Bo first.
Jaw through the breach.
Clear.
Is it working for you?
No.
I do not see a thing.
Oh,
I clicked
There we
it.
go. Okay.
and I need to check your settings. I don't know why you can't
Bedroom.
do anything.
I can see.
Yeah, so this is a small relative to the size of the tower, but a very large room full of beds. The beds are heavily covered in that orange crystal, pretty thick crust, and it's stained the sheets a similar color, and preserve the wood structure of the beds. So this room is full of more broken crystal, kind of like dust and sawdust from wood that did not get preserved, and then just it looks like there was a fight in this room a long time ago, and this is kind of the wreckage left in its wake.
Oh, it's a curvy room. It's the tower's curvy.
What's over here? This corner.
So over there looks to be kind of just open to the room toilets of stone. It's been long enough that there's no smell emanating from them.
Lovely.
This can't conceivably be where elves sleep, right? Like, they've got to have some floating, like, thing made of mahogany hardwoods with drapes and mosquito netting and whatnot. There's no way they live in a common room, right? This is where slaves were at, right? I literally say all of that aloud, but in my lilty, almost elven voice. And, like, it's clear my guy is expressing disgust. He clearly hates elves and what they're about, despite also clearly expressing elven blood in his image.
Yeah, so over here it looks like very kind of like poorly made cooking equipment, some kind of like oven and stove unit that looks to be wood fired. And then just broken debris really around the rest of it.
Any
There's a
like iron
second door.
pots?
There are a collection of kind of like somewhat battered pots and pans right here.
I'll collect a pot. I lost one in the ocean, and
Right.
You sure did.
throw it down.
It
You
almost
have
sank
a
you.
new cast iron pot. Cast iron pot
Hey.
junior.
I'll add that to my list now.
Somebody's gonna be making something tasty.
Just a second. Let me check your permissions because you were having trouble getting stuff before, or doing something before.
What, the door opening?
Yeah, he couldn't open the door and then he couldn't click on something else earlier. It's the same as everybody else.
I also just might be dumb.
Did you try clicking on the door? There you go.
Hey, look at that.
Beautiful.
Oh, this room, I don't like it. I
Yep.
don't like it.
All right,
it.
so this room
Bunch of terracotta statues. Hate it.
is full of statues.
No.
So this door, was steel instead of wood. It just was quite dusty, so it appeared similar to the other door. And standing in columns are these statues of various shapes. Are mostly there's a few like bizarre animals among them, but otherwise they're in the shape of elves, wearing sometimes nothing, but often like very ornate costumes. So most of these statues are far more modest than most elves you see in art, and there is no orange crystal on anything. So a lot of these statues are very kind of worn by time. There's this like dust and grit around the foot or base of each statue, and the room's a bit dusty in general.
So the door was unlocked this whole time when looters would come in, so like clearly they didn't answer these.
And can you give me 1 minute to do something? I have something to tell you.
Thanks, I hate it.
Does anyone else kind of want to smash one just to see what
No,
happens?
no. I sure don't. My god, I gotta yell at my neighbor's dog.
Why is that? What's it up to?
BRB. It's just making a ruckus.
Gotcha.
And I like to assert my dominance to the local dogs in the area.
One of my friends got annoyed at a neighbor's dog that was just barking all the time, so he got one of those dog whistles and just every now and again would just blow it.
Oh
Set the
my
dog off.
goodness, that's such
Yeah,
a good
his-
idea.
Neighbor 0% liked it, but it did. It never resolved the problem either. It was just straight up mean. Which is,
Yeah.
you know, sometimes you just gotta be straight up mean.
I was ready to be straight up petty and just record this man's dog, like bitch and moan, and it bitches and moans for hours while this dude's gone, and then just point my speakers out of my window and blast it at 1 a.m. Like give my upstairs neighbors a heads up, and then just
Oh,
be
man.
petty as fuck and blast it.
It's so hard because the dogs think they're being good boys. They really do.
They're doing their
You know?
best.
This one sure as fuck doesn't. This one's the worst.
Fair
The
enough.
worst.
Fair enough. I suppose on the average, at least some of them-
99.9% of all dogs are good boys. This one is
Uh-huh.
the 0.1%.
Noted. He's the
He's the not good
He's the-
boy.
Himmler of pooches.
Oh.
It's a little
I don't
hard.
know. All right, fair enough.
Harsh words. Here we go.
I can't remember any other Nazi names right now,
Sorry,
so I
my,
can't make a follow-up joke.
One of my tokens is not working.
What do you mean? One of your tokens is working? You only need us
Uh,
tokens.
Stuff. So I just need a second to make a new one.
Oh dear.
Go, token tool, go. Well, while we're waiting, I'll just kind of describe what's happening because token tool is taking forever to load up. Okay. So, over... Go away, menus. Over here, there is a statue standing by these chairs, kind of by itself. It is of
Hate it.
a very kind of more detailed than the other statues. Elven male wearing thin gold shorts, and
I take his shorts.
as you are looking around at the other statues, this statue over here starts to move, and it kind of like raises its head and looks at you,
Oh, God.
and begins kind of babbling sounds at you. So
Can we make out what it's trying to say?
it seems to be speaking languages you don't know, like and then it tries a different, more guttural language. And then it tries a different language that sounds like what the ogres speak.
Okay.
So what's everyone doing while this is happening?
I panic slightly and take a step back, but then reach for the field guide because I know this is a singing golem.
It is.
I ready I'm gonna ready an obsidian weapon if I have one.
Does it seem
See what
hostile?
happens.
I'll say aloud, it's not supposed
I mean, it's just
to
standing
attack.
there trying different languages in your direction.
It's not supposed to attack from what the field guide says, but of course, you never can tell.
Sure. Who's it making eye contact with?
It's kind of like looking amongst you all.
Bouncing between us all.
And it's It's gone through about 8 languages at this point.
Apparently, if you rebuild them, and they'll follow you around and serve you, or something to that effect.
There, I have a token there now.
I'll
Okay.
step into the room.
What's the thing I'm
Miss-
standing by?
Mr. Gold Shorts. I don't remember. Let me look. So that is a thin wooden case on the floor. Looks to be of some kind of like reddish wood.
I'm going to say to the golem, can you speak this language? I assume it's speaking the only language right now.
Okay. Yeah, so you guys are speaking common. And hello. Yes, I should have assumed that you all would speak the slave's gutter tongue.
Yes, that is what we speak. Do you have a name?
Just a second. Job, what are you doing with the wooden case?
Does it feel heavy?
When you touch it, the wood disintegrates. You have a
Sick.
pile of sawdust in which there seems to be some kind of like metal tools.
Okay.
Like thin kind of like metal tools, and looks like something for working on golems. So I am the Herald. Welcome
Hello.
to Lapis Observatory.
The Lapis Observatory. What is it observing?
Why, the heavens and other dimensions, of course.
Of course.
I'm sorry, its hotel functions are currently not available.
I see.
I'm gonna kind of like pick up some tools and kind of look over at the rest of the party like, I mean, these are for these. I just don't know how
Golem
to use
crafting tools.
it. Yeah,
If you want them, you can take them.
Well,
I
that-
sure will.
It could be useful to haul. Harold, excuse me. What are these here? I point at the other statues.
These are other golems in need of repair.
I see, and they're non-functional
is-
at the moment?
Correct. They are quite dead. This is a room for restoring life to them.
I see. Are any of them specifically missing their arms? I'm going to look up and down the columns as I
Okay.
ask.
So these are all kind of built out of various stones. It doesn't seem to be metal like the arms you found, but there are a few that there are like one or two that's missing like one limb, maybe a leg, maybe an arm. So nothing matching the golem you're looking for.
Harold, how many rooms are there above this? How many levels?
There are 7 levels to the Lapis Observatory.
Can you tell us?
Pardon me, are you my master? What is your name?
I am your master. I am Zernak.
Master Zernak. It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance and enter your service.
I'm pleased to hear that. Can you tell me the purpose of each of the levels above this one?
This is room for servants, or this is a level for servants and storage. Above us, we have the ground floor of the Lapis Observatory for the guests who are arriving to enjoy its hotel amenities. And the floors above that offer various entertainments depending on your needs or desires. And then, of course, at the top we have the observatory itself.
You had mentioned that the hotel functions are not presently available. Are those floors still accessible to us?
Yes.
I, of course, prefer it that my housing be well defended. What defenses does the Lapis Tower offer?
for someone who is able to master the tower, there are quite a few magics that do protect it against extraplanar entry and also defense against physical attack. Those features are inactive right now.
I see. How would one go about reactivating them?
Use of the observatory if no other master is available, which would give you access to the tower's controls.
Thank you, Harold. What other functionality do you have?
I, of course, will present you to all others that we will meet within the tower. I will need your accolades and achievements.
Very well. Give me a short period to array those for you. Does anyone else have any
Master,
questions?
I'm sure you have
Harold?
many.
Oh boy.
Quite a few. Can I roll manipulation to bullshit real hard right now?
Sure.
I'm gonna bullshit real hard right now.
A.
Big money. Can I push this?
Yeah.
I love that willpower.
Not a.
They don't know it's fine. I want the willpower. It's just gonna knock one off my. Oh, that's the opposite of what I want to do.
He doesn't care if he suddenly goes crazy. He'll be very willful and insane.
Exactly. It's the source of all my power.
He believes you.
Fantastic. Good.
I do have a question for our friend Harold. So these other servants, what skills do they provide? Just generally, not everyone, but what is their general? What do they do?
Are you a servant of my master? How shall I address you?
Please.
Is
No.
sufficient.
I'm a friend of Zernak. I'm Z.
I will not call you slave then.
Thank you.
Z. And these other ones are acquaintances and not slaves?
That's
It's not
correct.
those, yeah.
My friend, I actually come from another observatory across the island.
Very interesting.
I am one of your master's contemporaries.
Excellent. It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance. I know very little beyond this observatory, as this is my mission. The slaves in the
And
room
I know
over-
very little of this observatory. This will work out well between us.
I'm happy to be your guide.
Tell me, how do you move about the tower, yeah?
To reach the ground floor, we simply need to climb the stairs on the other side of the tower.
And?
And then after that, you proceed through the teleportation arches to reach your entry.
Of course.
The slaves in the room next to us originally ran errands and moved supplies about the tower, and the skilled core of those slaves were involved in golem repair. The elves slowly killed off the slaves in the fighting rings, and then sometimes the elves wish to live as slaves and rough it, if you will, and spent nights down in the slave room with their lesser amenities.
I whispered to my friends that I would also like a golem friend. I think it might be useful to have another one if we can go find an armor or leg to patch these guys together. I think we could use some spider goo to glue it together.
That's a good thought. Can we look at those golem repair tools?
So they're like super finely made, like kind of like wrenches and very long screwdrivers and some kind of like more esoteric tools, but they all look quite delicate. But they don't really bend when you're like testing their strength in your hands or anything. They seem pretty sturdy and seems like they can kind of slip between like the outer plates of the golem's like armor or carapace or skin, whatever it's made out of, and reach its inner workings. So they would kind of give you an extra die towards making repairs to the golem or anything like that.
Z, do you think you can use these?
Absolutely, I can do my best. I didn't take the golem repair course in college. It was an extracurricular. I took.
You
know,
fool.
I know. I took advanced common like an idiot. Right? How did that go for me? So I'll see what I can do.
Yeah. So over time, you would get better at it, basically.
I definitely want to learn a skill like golem repair. Set up shop. We can add it to our fight milk repertoire. Golem repair and fight milk.
Hey. Now you're thinking.
So, can I just like glance at these guys and get a quick assessment of what they need and go see if I can find anything in the rubble?
So you're trying to find like which one's easiest to repair?
Yes, or just like what they're missing generally. So.
Sure. It looks like they're all missing something. Like some of them are like obvious, like a leg or an arm, or one of them doesn't even have a head. But some of them don't appear to like obviously be missing anything, so you need to like do like a crafting check. So why don't you give me a crafting roll, and then is anybody else crafty to be able to assist her?
I have lore background. Can I assist her using that? I
Yeah,
have
we can say
0%
that.
crafting. Okay, cool.
I
Or
have
would you think?
some craft.
Okay, so plus.
I have none.
None crafting.
So let's do.
Do the crafting tools help me piece things together?
Yeah, since you're kind of like determining like the state of these golems, I'd say sure. So
All right, I
maybe a
will do plus 3. Yay!
Nice.
Not gonna
Nice.
push it because I still don't trust myself with willpower. Okay.
Okay.
My master assessment of these strange things that I wanted to smash not too long ago.
Okay, so the most whole one or easiest to repair is this one. It looks like a elven man whose features have been kind of like the it's a very detailed marble statue statue golem, and it looks like a elven man whose features have been magically or surgically kind of changed to be more cat-like, including ears.
Okay. Okay. So I have a general idea of what I need to fix him. Do I need to go grab anything from rubble, or is he just in need of?
You could probably take parts from the other golems if you're just trying to repair,
Okay. That feels mean, but I'll do
a few
it.
of them.
I'll do it for my new friend.
And I also appreciate that canonically the worst species to exist within this cosmos is also into cat boys. That's pretty reassuring. You know, I feel like we've got something in common now.
Right. Should I do another craft roll or what?
Yeah, so that's gonna take a watch. So is there anything else anyone wants to be doing during that watch?
Trying to pull more little shards of glass out of my skin and heal.
I'm gonna look for those
Yeah.
teleportation things.
Did Zernak's application of healing do anything for me?
I believe there is some sort of healing on a rest. I need to look at
Yeah. Going back, but if you rest, like even for one watch, I think you're going to be up to full. Broken is different, but just attribute damage. Goes away.
So you're setting up a watch, and then Marty, what did you say?
I'd like to find the teleportation arches.
So the Herald said that's on a different floor. On this floor, you would just use stairs.
Okay.
Are you gonna go to the next floor?
Can he walk?
The Herald, yes.
Okay.
I'm going to spend this watch quizzing the Herald. Basically, what can I expect? What's on each floor? Yada yada yada. Does he know about any other locations? Does any of the entertainment stuff sound interesting? I'm just gonna quiz him.
Okay. So the first floor are kind of simple delights such as smoker's den, gymnasium, and the front desk to the hotel services. Second floor is where kind of more finer tastes are catered to, with the ballroom, the taste of space, and that's also another servants' quarters. There's a kitchen there to service the tower. The fourth floor, is.
I think you're right. It was third floor. Taking
Yeah,
notes
third
here.
floor is a lot of the rooms, and then also the main bar. And that's where
Nice.
most of the guests would stay. Fourth floor is the conservatory, with its forests and gardens. The fifth floor is the gladiatorium. The sixth floor is the museum and star map, and
Ooh.
oops, sorry, that's the seventh floor.
I think the confusion is that the ground floor is level 2.
Right.
So storage and slave quarters, hotel entry with smoker's den, gym, and desk. Finer tastes, ballroom, taste of space, servants, kitchen. Fourth floor, rooms, main bar, where the guests stay. 5, conservatory, definitely full of predatory plants and animals that will try to eat us. I'm just going to tell you, full Bioshock vibes from this entire thing. And then the gladiatorium, which is not emphasis on the glad. It's not a glad place. There's a lot of gladiator stuff happening there, I assure you.
Right.
And then the observatory museum star map. That's awesome. God, if this could be our base. Can we make this our base?
I mean,
Let's investigate first.
We could do
Good call.
whatever.
there's a
you
lot
want.
of places we could make our base.
Yeah, this one's so cool. And we've got like a mascot now. The Herald's our mascot.
It's fair.
The herald brushes some dust off your shirt.
Aw. That's great.
By the way, what time of day is it by now? I
Oh,
know
it
we're
was
doing
morning,
watch.
or sorry, it was dawn. Now it's
It's dawn.
morning. Did you do that other crafting roll? Is that what this is?
Not yet. No, I haven't.
Okay, so with your, it would be a +4 because you're spinning a watch on it.
Wow.
So people are helping me. And +4. Okay. Good enough for me.
Nice. Okay. The cat eyes glow a soft green and stare into your own, and says, "Master, please name me.
Your name is Boris.
I am Boris.
Boris.
Master, who are you?
I'm Z. Nice to make your acquaintance.
I
Master
literally
Z.
cannot believe that worked. I really can't. That's great.
We're best buds now.
I mean, what do you
Yes.
mean? We've bullshitted our way across the entire island.
Solid point. I should have expected.
Through many a deadly situations.
And only a tiny combat versus spiders.
Right.
So,
Boris crouches down next to Z and is just looking around at everybody.
These are my
What?
friends. Please remember them.
I will not kill your friends, Master.
Sick.
fantastic.
We
Good
won.
job, Boris.
We won.
Boris, what are your skills?
Master, my skills lie in combat and being your main servant and butler.
We're gonna get along great, Boris. We're happy to have you on the team. Do you have any
Boris
weapons?
rules.
Yeah, Boris. No, Harold rules. Okay.
Boris holds up his elven hands and like steel claws pop out of the fingertips and then retract back in.
Oh boy.
Neat.
Harold, what's your combat efficacy? Just checking in here compared to Boris here.
I'm afraid I'm not made for combat.
I see. All right. Well,
I
you're
will.
Still
I will attempt combat if you order me to do so, Master.
understood. Well, I appreciate you just the same.
That's
Flippin'
pleasing to
cat
me, Master.
boy, violent. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Yours is nicer. That's fine.
No, I would protect him.
Let's count this room as a solid win for the entire party.
Yeah. Harold and Boris, our new best friends.
Soon you'll have an army.
I'm so excited. It's
We
great.
need to give them all Slavic names, though. I have an endless supply, so don't worry.
All right. Good. Okay. I'm feeling like it might be time to explore an upper level and see if those portals are active.
I agree with you. Should we take
Okay.
Boris with us?
Yes, and the Herald said that he would introduce me, which seems like a useful thing, especially if I'm
Yeah, so you need to
especially
give
given my
him.
rank.
You
Sure
need to
does.
give him your titles and accolades or accomplishments. And then once we do that, how late can everyone go tonight? It's 10:20.
I've got nothing going on, like for real. But give me a second to write
yeah.
on my accolades.
I can keep going a little bit longer.
I can go for a while longer.
Okay.
Yeah, if I'm not
I
here,
would
I'm
say,
just going
like,
back to the club. And
If you guys are gonna be thorough, tower will probably take us about, or each level will probably take at least half an hour, if not an hour, depending on what you
Deal.
guys are doing there.
I'm super down for another level.
Yeah. Definitely.
It's been like 11 million weeks, so
Maybe
I'm
it's the
down
last
for
time.
another level.
Speed run.
yeah.
Yeah.
We have our new friends. Hang out with them. Can't just abandon them yet. Does anyone else want a new friend? I don't know how long.
How many new friends are there? Are they all activatable?
I mean, you can try.
It's gonna take another watch to fix them up, I imagine.
Yeah.
I mean, we can explore the portal network if you want to do that, and then come back and well, I mean, honestly, just like figure out how it works and like
Yeah.
pop between
If
them.
you're
see
making
if
this your
anything's-
base, you'll go on time. Why don't we take a 10-minute break here? Just because we've been playing for a bit, and then we'll resume at 10:30, and we'll probably go for another hour or so.
Cool.
Cool.
All right, and then
All right.
just whenever you get titles and stuff, you can.
I'll put it in general. I'm writing it now.
Nice.
All right. See ya.
See you in 10.
I don't know whose memes these are, but consider them stolen.
Having fun.
Huh?
I'm having a tremendous amount of fun.
Yeah, once we found the portals, I was like, oh man, I'm really missing it. I didn't really want to move on without you that much.
I appreciate it, and you know, at the same time, like, I don't want to hold anybody up. But just generally speaking, like, I've been really impressed by this game. I honestly have, and I'm not like, you know, I've been gaming for quite some time, and I don't know. I think that the people, and you'll pardon me, like, this is part of my what I bring to all of this is that I've been part of a group for a while now, and it just doesn't feel this way. Like, it doesn't feel like we can accomplish stuff in that other group.
That's fair.
It's nice to be able to win. You know, I think that we've done pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's not like I don't mind being challenged. This is a challenging system. It'll tear us apart if we're not too careful. But at the same time, like,
Yeah, we've also been extremely careful.
yes,
Yeah, we're all very sneaky and cautious. It's almost as if we've played D&D and been punished for it before.
Yeah, weird.
and it rewards us. You know, and Shalvik has rewarded us.
I was
because he
gonna
doesn't
say,
have to.
It's manually moves cat across screen. It helps that you don't have a DM that punishes you for anything, for doing
Yeah.
anything that you're supposed to be doing.
It is so easy to do because, you know, the GM literally holds all the power. Like, this is what you're setting yourself up for when you hand your authority for this portion of your life over to another person. If it's not the right person, that can put you in a bad place. Hi, Shavik.
Yeah, definitely.
We are complimenting you.
Yeah, get out of here.
Thank you very much.
Cover your ears.
I was hoping that I could grab one of my cats. They were literally just sitting over here a minute ago.
I'm so jealous.
Such a cat move.
Yeah. And then they left. They left, of course. But it's very frustrating. My sweet girl Inky was right here, and she decided to wander away rather than be cute. Oh well.
Okay. I'm gonna be making a token for Forrest as we go, but I'm assuming you want him to come with us, so
Yes, please.
okay. Oh, I didn't get a Herald token.
I was recommending Forbidden Lands to a friend of mine who is really into, I don't know if you guys are big into board games or like other tabletop things. There's something where you like build a mansion out and you like solve a system, but there's still like kind of combat. You know what I'm talking about?
It's not like
Yeah.
House on a Hill or Betrayal at House on a Hill.
I think so.
It's not a spooky game, is it?
It's sort of spooky, but not like mega spooky.
Is it Call of Cthulhu? Because there's something
No.
very like that.
It is definitely not that.
Okay.
It's very spooky, and you don't win. So
Well, I've always found it frustrating to not be able to succeed in the same thing. You know,
in
I
Call of
think we all
Cthulhu,
get. Well, just like Call of Cthulhu is a game where you also do not win at all. But no, it's just life's rough enough. I like the occasional power fantasy. I don't need power over anyone. I just want to feel cool.
yeah,
You know?
sure.
You know,
I also
pardon my
like
prattle.
the good scrum of having absolutely nothing and trying to make it work, like this
Yeah.
game.
Absolutely.
Big fan.
All right. Everyone's ready to move up to the next floor.
Yeah.
Yay. Up the stairways, the stairs are covered in that orange crystal, as are the walls and the ceiling. It seems to be actually pretty heavy on the stairs. The crystal is pretty slick, but again, it's brittle. If you break it, where there's items of like wooden or kind of paper, or I guess more like parchment debris on the ground, if you break the crystal over it, it tends to disintegrate rather quickly. But everything else is preserved. And you go up the stairs to this level, which seems to lead to a small room. And on the floor is some kind of arcane arc that is faintly, or an arcane scroll in a circle that's glowing faintly blue.
Mm-hmm.
And here you are.
Mm-hmm.
Is Avendin with us, by the way?
I'm here.
Cool.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Didn't check if everyone was there. Oops, did the wrong thing.
Jungle.
Oh, ignore that.
That's tight.
Thanks.
Wait, that's in the landing right as we come up?
Sorry, what was that?
That's on the land, the scroll, the blue, glowy.
Yep.
Okay.
That's this thing, right? Oh,
So what is this blue glowy thing that's painted in the floor again?
So as
Teleportation
Sizzle
circle.
asks that, the herald says, "This is the teleportation circle, the permanent one you want etched from the tower. This is where elves and their better bred slaves can arrive, rather than having to go through the ground floor." So, sorry, retcon on the floors. I tweaked the tower a little bit from the book, so I was looking at the book. That's why I was getting confused in numbering. So, the ground floor is where you entered, which makes more sense.
cool.
Gotcha.
So this is the first floor.
Is this the scroll thing over here?
I think he's talking about this, the
Okay.
teleportation circle on the floor.
What's this
Can
thing?
we teleport?
So
Sorry.
if you, you can teleport to the circle if you know the destination, which now you do, and you have a source or spell to teleport you.
This must be the arrival point, not a departure point.
Arrivals and departures, but yes.
I was gonna say.
Your
I
right
think-
is always master.
All right.
I was gonna say. I
Yeah,
think
that's
every floor has one.
As you move into this next room. Sorry.
So we're gonna find the front desk, smoker's den, and gym here. Harold was right.
Oh, there's
Yes.
windows.
Hotel
There's
entry,
a
smoker's
window.
den, gym, front desk.
So
Oh.
as you move into this next room, you guys see all blackness, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. The room goes completely black, and slowly points of light appear around you, forming stars, then galaxies, nebulas, and planets zoom by your head. it feels as if you're actually floating weightless in space. You don't feel the floor beneath you anymore. If you speak, you can hear each other, but there's no space around you. It's not like echoing like you're in a small room anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, you're just kind of drifting through space. It feels quite slowly, but when things go by you, asteroids or planets or burning stars, they are going very quickly.
Harold,
Yes, Master.
is this a taste of space?
It's a safe taste. This is merely a projection into your mind from the observatory,
Ah, I see.
just to give you a taste and welcome you to the tower.
Quite invigorating.
Ah, here we are.
Invigorating is not the word I would use.
A glowing phantasm of an elven woman appears, wearing kind of this like trailing white gown, and she's glowing with her own inner light, and she's floating in space with the rest of you. And she says, "Welcome to the Hotel Lapis. Please unburden yourself and relax. You will be entered into the hotel in a moment. Do you have any luggage or slaves that need to be stored?"
I do have a couple slaves that need to be stored.
No, we'll keep them with us.
Is this true, your
They'll
slave?
carry our stuff. What? No.
He's quite outspoken.
Rude.
She fades away, and you all return to the tower.
Does she look like the elven woman that we've seen before?
No, different.
Okay.
So I thought you said earlier a tasty space. So I wrote that down.
Oh,
I was like,
There is
ooh.
a taste of space.
A taste of
That's
space.
Yes. That was the space room.
Cool.
All right, so now we can open the door and move ahead.
yes, I'm going to stand back a little ways.
Look out.
Okay. Directly before you, as you all kind of fade back into reality and feel the weight of the floor beneath you again, there's a white marble walkway cutting across this room from where you can see. Sizzle can see it makes a cross across the middle of the tower and goes in both directions. So this walkway is about 5 feet up from the recessed kind of rooms that are not separated by walls, but are separated by this walkway. And the one to your west is a small garden with live plants, even though there's no light. And if you look down, the trees are growing straight into the normal floor beneath them.
Like tile floor.
Huh?
Like a tile floor beneath them?
Yeah, like marble tiles.
Okay.
To the east is a so just a room of looks to be finely wrought tables and chairs. This area is quite heavily covered in the orange crystal.
Harold, sorry.
Go ahead. That's it.
Harold, kindly advance ahead of me to the front desk and announce my presence. They'll attack him first. I tell the rest of the group.
Of course. I will lead the way. Right after me, Master. So Harold.
A little bit away behind him.
As you walk down this pathway, you notice, like, as you're kind of trailing near to the western edge by the garden, it feels warmer and more humid, and then that disappears completely when you get away from that area. And it seems cooler to the east than the kind of like cool, still air. Yeah. Amadan, I think you were saying something.
Say again?
Did you say something? I don't know if I cut you off.
No, I didn't.
Okay. As you walk along, you notice that there are some like kind of like hidden amongst the garden branches and shrubs and plants. There's small stone animals. A lot of them, what you've seen on this island so far, and from their work and kind of like your recent experience with golems, it looks like these were once animate small golem animals that kind of like lived in this garden.
What would cause? Do we know what would cause the golems to just stop being animate? It's not just because they break, right? Or do we know anything?
Talk amongst yourselves about that. You can
ask Homeboy about it. Like, when did they stop moving
Or
around?
Harold. Yeah.
Okay, so you're asking?
Ask Harold. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's a 5-foot jump to get down into that room. That's like definitely doable for you guys. It takes considerable amount of magics to maintain spell effects for long periods of time. Locations such as a tower is worth investing in and easier to do than small individual golems. Typically, unless they're particularly favored, didn't get that treatment. So over time, our magic fades and we lose our lives.
Sorry, I didn't realize there was a 5-foot drop there. I wouldn't have done that.
I was only able to stay alive by draining some of my compatriots. Boris here was quite literally born again as you repaired him and restored his magics.
That's a pragmatic ass golem. I don't know that I want them being pragmatic, but that's alright.
Well, I'm glad I didn't say I can't fail. Cool.
Okay. You don't hear any clicking or other sounds. Even the sounds of your own feet in this room are very hard to hear. It sounds like there's some sort of like muffling in effect. Harold has moved up to the center of the room. And then as you guys get up here and can see this, these lines on the floor are to mark stairs down from the walkway, which is 5 feet up, onto the various rooms.
Right, so that's in the east. Now what's on the southwest?
Okay, up. Yes. So to the southwest appears to be a gymnasium of maintained wooden floors covered with a little bit of orange crystal and various apparatus. And then most striking to the southeast is a room of some sort of like red carpeting, and floating about 5 feet above the carpet is large stones, about 10 or 15 feet in diameter, and underneath those stones are pits.
Like, how deep? Forever?
I mean, from your angle, it's kind of hard to tell.
Cool.
I know the other floor is beneath us, right?
Do we?
I mean, yeah, you're right. This is not a normal tower. That makes logical sense.
I'll ask the robot. How far down does that go? And I'll kick a little pebble off the edge.
So immediate answer is those are just seating areas for smokers, but let me look up. Trying to figure out how to pronounce this freaking word. I don't remember what it's called. But yeah, it's a smoker's den, so you can move ahead with that knowledge, and I'll try to find this word.
Kitty.
Okay. Those are recessed seating for Sapopa smokers to allow them to contemplate the fragility of their lives.
Say that one more time.
It's recessed pits for Sapopa smokers to allow them to enjoy themselves and consider the large stones over the head and the fragility of their lives.
Oh,
Sapopa.
casual sword of Damocles. All doing drugs. Cool. The wooden room?
That's a gymnasium, so our guests can exercise themselves outside of the gladiatorium, that is.
Of course.
I'm gonna do a little run through the gym, do this jungle gym part. See if I can still do as many pull-ups as I once could.
Okay.
I'm gonna look over in this corner.
So looking over there, yep, there are weapon racks that seem to have some weapons still in good repair. There's a few scattered around the floor themselves. So if you give me a new scout roll with a +3, we can find some stuff.
Or I tried to grab Inky, but the girl cats are fighting each other right now, and they don't want to be. They're in a fight.
It's very on brand.
What a good scout you are.
I know, right?
Solid.
Thank you.
Very astute.
Tell me more about my eyes, everyone.
I mean, it's an
Fine,
elf eye
don't.
joke. I don't know that I can make the elf eye joke.
Yeah.
You're a dwarf. Like, it doesn't work. What do your dwarf eyes see? A lot of stones and metals.
Yeah. Some gems here and there.
Yeah.
So some of these exercise devices are pretty obvious, various areas for calisthenics, seems to be some sort of combat practice dummies, balance beams and stuff, and then some of them are more esoteric with weird beams and flags and flaps sticking off in random directions. They're on the very far southwest wall. There's a practice area for looks like shooting arrows and throwing spears. There's a bucket of spears right here on this table. Weapons rack in the top northwest corner. Of items you find, there is a finely wrought short spear up here, or finely made short spear. It is all wood, including the point is wood. It looks to be just kind of fire hardened blackened and hardened in a fire. It doesn't have a metal or stone point. There's a lot of finely made swords and axes and one shield up here. If anyone wants new basic weaponry.
Is there a bow or a crossbow?
There is a bow, kind of discarded by the archery targets over here, but when you pick it up, the string and then the wood disintegrates it. It did not get preserved by the crystal.
Versus. Oh, by the way, I forgot to note how much of that astral spiderweb stuff did we pick up, and who's carrying it?
We'll just say you have one web, and we'll track it that way.
Say again?
Yeah, and
One
we
web.
have
What,
one
about
web's
5
worth.
silver?
and I'm carrying
And
it on the back of a spear.
Okay.
Thank you for checking on the equipment, quartermaster. He's just kind of hanging it off of his spear right now.
Anybody else picking up a weapon?
Not
Or
me.
shield.
Is there anything that really stands out?
The spear is the main thing that stands out.
I'll pick up the spear. I've got like 2 others. I've got the harpoon and the
The other one. Okay.
Yeah, I think I'm.
Sorry, should we give one to Harold?
So what kind of
Here,
spear
hold
is it?
this.
It's a short
It's
spear.
a short spear that's solid wood with like a burnt tip, but it looks really well made. Am I right, Shavik?
Yes. So all of its structure except for the burnt tip is, very very well made. When there's scenes of elves kind of frolicking in a field of these large five-petaled flowers that are kind of like spread like hands around them, and just a bunch of elves frolicking naked along the length of the spear.
Interesting. And I can't tell if there's like magic emanating from this thing or whatever.
You could with a lore check.
I shall.
Since you are magic.
Oh yes, I had forgotten. I get 1 success. Do I want to push this?
No, that's fine. So, it does appear to have some sort of magic. You're thinking in how it seems like it would deal damage beyond what it should be able to.
This device is almost certainly an elvish weapon of some sort, but I don't know how it works. We should definitely haul it, though. It's certainly going to be worth some
I was gonna say
alleviation or pain.
at the very least.
You get
Can
the
bring it
feeling
back.
from it, from your inspection, your arcane inspection of it, that it will serve you well as a weapon, but should you choose to activate it, it can do more. But it has to be
know-
chosen.
Do I know how I activate it?
Kill a slave.
I mean, yeah,
with,
probably.
with some more study, probably over a watch, you could get those kind of details.
Okay. All right. So I'll just add that. I am carrying a lot at this point. You know who's going to be carrying a lot for me? His name is Harold. He does everything I tell him.
But of
He's
course,
carrying my stuff now.
Boris is just stalking around Z and kind of like keeping watch, and every once in a while the claws flick out and beckon. Alright, are we
Okay.
moving on from the gym?
I believe so.
Yeah. Back
So-
to the marble.
Harold says, all the way to the west is the front desk to register yourself at the hotel, but of course it's unmanned currently.
Can I do a quick wander through the drug corner?
You can.
Doesn't look like a whole lot, to be honest.
Yeah, there is not a lot there, so yeah, you don't need to scout. Just under each of these, 10 to 15 foot spheres. Some of them, as you get further into it, these ones look like these stone rings containing like a big ball of water instead of
Fountains.
solid stone. And under all of them is like just a round cushioned seating area. It looks like kind of just communal seating, and in a lot of them is broken glass, and then one of them is a intact, basically like a hookah smoking device for elves in their sapopa. Some of those stones are kind of carved with elvish imagery. Most are just like rough and natural appearing. They're chosen for somewhere on the island from their shape and size, but otherwise were untouched.
Do I know anything about Sapuka?
Sapopa,
Yeah, Sapopa.
you do in the field guide.
Oh, okay.
You have actually seen Sapopa before as you were passing along to the jungle. It didn't really stick out, but it's a kind of like got a like viney, like very hardy looking stems and leaves that are so dark green they're almost black. And then these big 5-leaf flowers of this kind of like fuzzy orange texture. They grow about 3 to 5 feet in diameter. So it's just one of the kind of plants you've seen, but I don't remember the situation, but you guys didn't have time to like stop and interact with it, but you've seen them around. Oh wait, yes, these are the ones that have the kind of upwards pointing spikes that you can harvest as a spear if you wanted.
Oh, there we are.
Tell us about the garage.
There is a kind of black, basically crystallized after all this time residue in the bottom of the hookah.
Interesting. The seed pods eventually become so full that the seeds and nectar dribble and ooze from between the petals. I wonder if that's what they smoke. Okay.
Okay, and then all the way up to the east over here. I'm just gonna go ahead and brighten this room so we can navigate a little easier, since we've already gotten the experience.
I do appreciate the lighting, though. That is cool.
Mm-hmm.
Harold tells you this was a gift shop. It looks pretty much completely demolished, very heavily encrusted in orange crystal, and well looted.
Do we know the significance of this orange crystal yet?
Nope.
It appears to be a preservation agent, but I couldn't tell you any more than that. Can I lore this up?
Sure.
Can we ask Harold? Alfred?
Yeah.
Nice.
Better than the alternative.
So between Harold and your study of the field guide, you know that the orange crystal is left behind by the orange sludges that tend to inhabit the ruins on the island, and as they travel, they can kind of like change their form and shape and take on the appearance of either things they see or things they've seen before, and they can kind of pass through very small openings. They basically have like no solid part of their body. They can change as much as they need to. They leave behind an orange goo that smells slightly of grapefruits, and it crystallizes in darkness and evaporates in sunlight. And whatever is kind of covered by it is preserved from the ravages of time.
Ah. Okay.
And they're pretty much aggressive towards everything.
Dope.
I'm going to try to figure out how to kill it by reading this thing.
So wherever there's orange crystal, which is all surfaces you've seen so far pretty much, there's been orange sludges.
These hyperactive sludges are exceptionally aggressive, striking out and attempting to consume anything that moves. Orange sludges attack using pseudopods, ending in shapes that resemble feet, arms, heads, bones, which are used to slam targets into the ground or off ledges for more leisurely envelopment and consumption. The slime these creatures use in their attack creates a strong, sticky bond with iron or steel that dulls edges and accelerates rust, if not cleaned off in a timely manner. High-proof alcohols work well for the task, and I assume would work well if you just like poured it on one of these guys. Sludges are sometimes covered in a growth of amber moss, adding a level of toxicity to their normal attacks. So I'm going to call this wooden spear good as gold because it's not going to rust and decay the way that a steel weapon would. The bone harpoon is probably similar, and of course we've got a whole host of obsidian weapons, so we're not the worst off, but I do not think this thing's going to be our best friend.
Correct.
Also, their orange goo smells vaguely of grapefruit.
I'm here for
I
I
it.
don't know
get-
if you said that, but
I'm here
I'm
for it.
I like
appreciating.
grapefruit. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm appreciating like generally the scent, like the potpourri. It's really nice up here.
We should enslave one and keep it in our house.
for its smells.
Right.
Come on, Sludge. Follow
Preservation.
the bottle.
Who's a good little slime?
But I am going to now wield the spear deliberately for that purpose.
And do we want to
and-
grab a spear and give it to Harold? Just because he seems to be kind of defenseless, and I'd hate to lose him.
I'm going to hand Harold both the obsidian spear and the harpoon that is covered in the webbing. And
Nice.
he can just carry those.
Thank
Okay.
you, Master. I shall do my best to defend you.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
And I was going to search the gift shop. I'm sure other people are doing so as well, but it's a gift shop. I have to search it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
I
not
have
even
some
good at it,
questions
but
for
I have
Harold.
them.
Ask away while we're searching.
Cool. Yikes.
Yeah, luckily that was the first roll.
What has come through the tower in the last 10 years?
What has come through?
Mm-hmm.
I've spent most of my time in the storage room attempting repairs on myself and eventually extracting the essences from some of the other golems. But from what I've seen, some of the winged creatures from the fire plains have explored the tower. Some of the jungle's lizard folks have explored the tower, and then humans and dwarves and goblins such as yourselves have most recently been kind of entering the tower and taking what they deem valuable.
And you have no issues with this?
I've spent most of my time in a rest state to preserve my energies, so did not engage with them.
To
How
what
long
end?
will your energies last? Sorry to interrupt.
No, you
Now
go.
that I am activated again, I should have another year of service left
To what end?
to the service of my master and whatever his whims may be.
Now that your master's here, did he ever tell you why he left?
He did not. Master, why did you leave?
When was the last time you saw him?
I have not seen this master before.
But you've seen a master. As one of the other masters of the other towers, you know that sometimes we
I
have
served
students.
7 masters to this point.
And when did the last one leave?
My last master was 337 years ago.
Okay. Did he give a reason?
He just no longer appeared.
I see. Very well, Harold.
You've done well. Good work preserving yourself for me.
Absolutely.
Let's continue.
Of course, Master Zernak.
Also, I can't find anything in this gift shop. It's all bobbleheads and little figurines.
Oh, the worst. Just
I know.
tchotchkes.
Exactly.
Yeah, it looks like the few who made it up to this level, like, found that it was a gift shop at one time and, looted it.
So there ought to be a portal up someplace, huh?
So yeah, sorry, that was in my confusion. So on this floor, it actually doesn't have a portal. There'll be a ramp, which I will show you. It's on the very south point here. This kind of like area that sticks out of the tower. That's like, you're basically going inside the tower walls and climbing up further. At this point.
Oh, I see. I see.
Narrow.
Hell yeah.
Is that outside of the tower itself?
Sure is.
Or
It's like within the walls, yeah.
Oh,
okay.
okay.
Yes, the way it's made, it's outside, but
There are no windows on this tower.
Nope.
Oh, weird. Like,
so this. Sorry. But just before we move on very briefly, this little garden space with all the dead golem animals, there's nothing else interesting within there?
So in the garden, no, it's more for appearances. So there are large, oversized kind of stone sapopa bushes in there that are. It looks like artwork, but it also serves as seating. That's pretty much everything. And then to that area to the north east is the drinker's library. Finely made chairs, and it's just basically a small bar. There are a few bottles up there, some of them glowing.
Well, we should go check that out because alcohol is useful against those sludges.
Yes.
To the bar.
The bar. And also we said the drinker's library, are there books?
It's very cute.
There were books at one time, Master, but they were not preserved.
Oh.
Oh, awesome.
Indeed, when you go in there seems to be a fine dust on that part of the room in particular. Again, this area of the tower, this quarter of the tower is much cooler than the other areas. And then, so most of the bottles behind the bar are kind of broken, or you see spots where they're just missing. Certainly were there before. And there are 4 bottles remaining. One of brown liquid, one of kind of a red, somehow like a red metallic liquid, and then 2 that are glowing, one that has a faint violet glow, and one that has a bright green glow.
Sorry, brown, red metallic,
Light violet and bright green.
light violet, bright green. I assume they're not labeled in any way?
Nope.
Okay. Well, I guess we should take them.
Yeah. Should we pour a little out and fuck around with it?
I suppose. I guess we'll pour out a drop of each of the flasks onto the... Oh, you know what I'll do? I'll gather 4 small piles of that orange stuff on the bar here.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm going to just take 1 drop, 2 drops of each of the liquids. 1 just on the bar itself, 1 on the orange pile. And we'll just see what happens. So, I'll just pour out 8 drops for my homies.
Okay. Nice. Okay. The brown and violet liquids seem to have no effect. Those are drops on the counter and on the crystal. The red metallic liquid immediately begins to burn a hole through both materials.
Okay.
And drip through, and is leaving this kind of acrid smoke in the air behind it. And the glowing green liquid, it kind of it dissolves through the crystal, which seems to evaporate, but it seems to have no effect. But as it sits there on the counter, it slowly that drop slowly begins to fade. Its glow effect is disappearing.
Okay, so the green will be useful if we encounter one of those slimes. And the red will be useful if we ever need to destroy literally anything.
Mm-hmm. Including ourselves.
And we don't know.
Love to
Oh,
hear it.
including her,
Be
yeah.
careful.
Yes, I'll try to. In fact, I handed to Harold.
Very trustworthy.
You're keeping those 2?
I'm keeping
red.
we should probably keep all of these. I don't know what the other two are, but I mean, at the very least, we should bring the green with us right now and leave the rest here. It's your guys' call. I can only carry so much.
Can we give Harold and Boris little backpacks? Carry their stuff.
Are we able to? Can we do
That'd
something
be-
like that, Shavik?
Really cute.
You can probably find some like supplies in the,
Take the
In,
couch
like-
cushion and I rip out
Yeah.
the innards and I throw a bunch of stuff in and I say, "Here's your new sack, Boris. Carry this for me."
Thank you for my sack, master.
You earned it, bud.
I will treasure this. Yeah, so if you are doing that now, take a watch.
Okay.
That's fine.
Okay. Any other questions for Harold or anything as you're... What's everyone else doing for the watch?
Well, yeah.
Go ahead. No, you first.
I don't think I know. I don't even think
I
know
don't.
right
Yeah, I was buying time. Assisting, I guess.
Okay. Sizgul, what are you doing? How are you scouting?
I am not sure actually. I'm sorry, my voice is getting out here.
No problem. Okay.
Well, so far we haven't found a lot. I mean, the golems are useful, but we haven't found a lot of the way of treasure.
Mhm.
I figured out what I'm doing.
You figured out what you're doing?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm going to try to find out how to smoke Sapopa. It's time. I'm staying the
I'll
F away
assist.
from those offering boulders, though. I do not know why elves are about that. I'm certainly not. But I'd like to see what smoking Sapopa is like. So,
Okay, so you have a hookah. So now you just need some
Oh, that's
Sapopa.
true. Well, I
Um,
suppose that requires like a coal or something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are we able to make a fire in here? You got wood, right?
I mean, yeah, you can fire and hookah are easy. The Sapopa is the hard part inside the tower.
Okay. But we have Sapopa over here in the garden, right?
So there's
Stone.
large stone Sapopa like benches and seating that just very stylized.
Oh, there's no actual Sapopa. Okay, that's
Yeah,
my bad.
sorry.
That's my confusion. I will, however, take the hookah. That's got to go in Harold's backpack.
Okay.
And I will
Foam.
spend my time like cleaning it up. I know that I'm no crafter, but I can surely clean the hookah.
His
Okay.
foam-lined backpack.
So Boris has quite a bit of strength, so he can carry a lot. Harold can carry some stuff. So I guess we'll just have to note what each of them have. I know Harold has the 2 spears. Can we run through that really quick for that quartermaster here?
Yeah. Who's quartermaster right now? Is that Amadan?
And
Amadan, sorry.
yeah,
So
so
at
I got
present,
Go ahead.
I was going to say that in Harold is carrying the bone harpoon with the spider web on, and the obsidian spear, and in his backpack he has a hookah and 3 of the 4 bottles. I am carrying the bright green bottle.
Okay, so you took all the other bottles and you just gave it to Harold.
Yeah, and the padding from the chairs that was ripped out, those are being stuffed in there so that the bottles don't have the universal solvent smash and completely
Yay,
destroy
right.
my stone boy. You know?
Okay,
Just got him.
fair.
Oh boy.
Did anyone take any of the weapons or spears or anything?
I took the wooden elf spear.
That's it. Okay. Okay, I think we're up to date.
Right. I think I got it.
When I'm disposing of the obsidian cookstone, now that I have an actual cast iron cooking pot,
You are okay. That's
Just
fine.
I'm
put
just
it on
putting
the
it in
floor.
yeah, I don't need it.
Or
It's
you
gonna
could
be.
have Boris carry it around and smack somebody with it at some point.
You know what? Good point. I'm just gonna hand it to Boris. Here,
So that's
you
what
know
Boris
what to
is
do.
holding. Yeah. In his backpack.
Yeah.
I love him so much. Would die for these guys.
Yeah, I'm trained in murder. All right.
Oh man. Okay. So moving on up.
Yeah.
Good plan. Okay. Let me make sure your vision settings are correct. On every level, you need to have a new set of tokens with your vision settings, right?
Mm.
That's mildly annoying.
Yes. So we are moving to floor 2, and there are immediately 3 orange sledges right in front of you, trying to come down the ramp. So we are in combat.
I'll change the music for that.
So if you remember, you right-click your token, put yourself in a combat state.
Boyga, boyga.
I'll start helping put that in, and then you can roll from there.
Put Harold behind us.
Oh yeah.
Put Boris in front.
I still haven't made him a token, so I will.
It's okay. I
Harold
won't
will be
protect
my Boris right now.
That's Boris breaks. Can I refix them?
Yeah, I mean it depends how they break, but in theory you can pretty much repair most things. Okay, is everyone able to roll, or are we still having roll problems again? We need to figure this out. So, and remember, combat tab is in the right set of tabs columns. The one with the fist right next to chat is gonna be our combat tracker.
How do you roll it?
So right next to your icon in the combat tracker is a die, the d20. You just roll that, and it will roll a d10 because it's a big liar.
That wasn't it. Where's the combat tracker?
The toolbar on the right, there's one of the tabs is a fist.
Mm-hmm.
That's the combat tracker. It's right next to the chat tab.
Gotcha.
And there's what looks like a D20.
Gotcha.
Let me roll for Harold.
Not good.
Maybe I'll roll
Not
for-
good.
Hey. So, between Sizgul and Zernak, who has the higher agility?
I got 4.
Minus 5.
Okay, so Sizgul will go first.
All right.
All right, Sizgul. You
I had
both
that.
surprise each other, so nobody gets a first move or anything special. So it's you.
It's me.
All right, Sizgul.
Okay, sorry.
Crap. Well, I guess I will stab that nearest one.
Okay.
I'm saving it.
All right, you slice into it. You want to kind of describe your attack? What's your style with something like up in your face like this?
Well, I'm not sure if they have livers and spleens and other organs where or other humanoids do, but I'm sticking my sword where it should have a liver or a spleen.
Okay. So yeah, these are kind of vaguely humanoid. One looks a little equine, really, and it just kind of blobs with like arms, and sometimes the arms like fade in and the arm pops out on the other side, and there are like bits kind of floating around, translucent inside of them. You can see like dark shapes that maybe it's an organ, maybe it's just something they absorbed. So you're stabbing for that. You make a big gash into the one right next to you. You cut into its what would probably be its torso, and a huge splatter of orange coats the walls and fresh goo that will slowly crystallize in the darkness of this tower. And it's still coming at you. It does look pretty hurt. Anything else? Any other actions for you?
You can dodge and parry, right? Or dodge and stab, or parry and stab.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to evade its counterattack.
Yeah, I was doing that incorrectly before. So in the round, you get, your fast action. So if you're gonna be dodging stuff, that's in your fast actions. So this one has burned a fast action. Okay. So then, Zernak.
I'm going to move up, pushing past Z, and hold out the glowing green bottle to Ja. Say, quickly, I think they're weak against this. Just because Ja has the best line of sight and has an action.
I will
here.
gladly take that bottle. Thank you.
Okay.
And I'll keep my other fast action in reserve for dodging.
Gotcha. Next is Z.
Alright, so I've been carrying around a tusk since, we fought them before. And I know that's not typically a weapon, but do you think I could use it as a weapon?
Yes, you certainly can.
Alright, so my fast action will be to draw the tusk.
So yeah, the tusk is gonna work basically like a sword.
Okay. And I probably can't reach them from there, so I'll have to move, right? And move is with a
I believe it's
fast or a
fast
slow.
action.
Okay, then I guess those will be my two fasties. I'll try and get into position a little bit better.
Okay.
This crowded doorway.
All right.
That's all I have time to do, right?
Yes. All right. Sludge boys are gonna go.
Do they have a faster agility than me?
They just rolled better than you. Oh, you're the same. No, they do not. So you're gonna go.
Okay, cool.
See.
Cool. Do we think that this liquid will bother them as they are they just sliming over the ground like a snail?
Yeah, kind of kind of like a mix between like a very a land jellyfish and like an octopus. Like their tendrils kind of roll out and pull themselves forward, but then they are kind of like this amorphous, just shape changing thing where they have structure but only temporarily. So they're just kind of sliming their way towards you.
So as he hands me the bottle, I'm gonna ask, should I put it on the ground or should I hit one with it?
I'd pour it on them.
Cool. I'm going to aim just in front of the close one so that it
Okay.
splashes on it.
Okay, make me a range attack.
Marksman.
Yep.
Wah, 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 wah.
So this one can't, or isn't going to dodge. So the glowing green bottle smashes in front of it and spatters it and catches a few drops on the other two. And it is immediately destroyed in a smoking ruin that fills the hallway with this kind of like blue, this like dark blue smoke just roils up out of it, and it's just doing this horrible shrieking sound, almost like the sound of some animal caught in a fire or something. It sounds pretty horrible.
Was that my long
And-
action? Or my slow?
Yeah.
Okay.
So one of the sledges is going to begin to retreat on its turn, and the other sledge is still coming.
Cool. And is dodge a short?
Yeah, fast. Yeah.
It's fast. Yeah.
I'll do that one.
Okay. So, yeah, this guy is gone. Oops. Sorry, I have the wrong setting. Now I can't grab him. There we go. This one's going to move up. This one's going to move away. And Jaw's going to be redirecting its anger towards you instead of Sizzle.
Bring it.
Going to be smashing at you with some pseudopods.
My favorite appendage.
It is going to push. No, it's not. Okay. So it attacks you uselessly.
Love to hear it.
Now we are to Harold. Or sorry, this is Boris, our Boris stand-in. Boris is gonna smash it with a big obsidian pot.
Yes.
Yeah, the stats.
Nice.
Give him the pot.
I was a little worried you'd use his claws.
Yeah, I would love it. Absolutely fantastic.
Nice. So Boris flattens this thing on the ground, and orange kind of sprays in all directions, hits some of your legs, and but when he lifts up the pot, it begins to reform again. So it's not quite dead, but did a pretty hefty blow to it. So we are back at the top with Siskel.
I guess I'm gonna try to stick my sword in this remaining one and try to twist out some more of those bits in this jello salad.
Okay. Give us the salad. Toss it salad.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Nice.
Okay.
That's amazing. Well, well, I'll let you describe that kill.
Is that a crit?
It's whatever you want it to be.
I don't remember.
I don't remember how
What
crits
it
work in
is,
this, but it's overkill, whatever it is.
Yeah, because I even have a bonus if I crit something. So yes, I carve out every one of the little floating bits and put them into the walls.
Nice.
Nice.
Mark.
The walls and all of you are quite orange by the end of Siskel's flurry there.
I'm very well out of the way, I'll remind you.
I think that's been our best. Well, I mean, not that we've had a lot of damage rolls, but that's like up there. The boar was doing that kind of damage on a light attack. Okay, we are out of combat. You are in the second floor of the tower.
I'm going to ready the wooden spear.
Okay.
This is Rupert, by the way.
Rupert.
Hi, Rupert.
I love that.
He's an old man.
He's perfect.
All cats deserve old man names.
He's a good boy.
Old 19th century and before names.
Yes.
He's pretty sagacious. He's probably the smartest cat I've ever known. But anyway, we're gaming. Sorry.
Okay, so what are we doing now that sludges have been banished.
Uh,
I slap Sizgal on the back before remembering myself, immediately apologizing, and says, "Incredible blow, by the way. Good work, all. I'm very impressed."
I'm gonna wipe off the orange goo off my puppy.
Just saying, I'm so happy as he tries to clean the goo off his blade.
It's kind of the goo is kind of a mixture between like somewhere between Jello and sap. So you're just like pulling off these huge like sticky clumps, and it seems like over time it thins out into the like sheets of crystal that you've been seeing.
Yeah, definitely clean your weapons well, especially if they're metal.
Probably don't really want it to dry on our skin either.
Mm-hmm. I'm wondering if we shouldn't empty, once we get to a good place to sit, empty the brown bottle and put in green so we can like share the green juice.
Well, the green bottle's gone.
Oh, it's gone? Oh, the whole thing?
Shattered.
Yeah.
We killed one of them, though. I think that was pretty solid, given the situation. We should try to find a way to make more. Like,
That was just the entry level bar. There's supposed to be another bar that Harold was telling me about. So
cool.
now you know something to look for.
This level should have a ballroom, the taste of space, servant's kitchen. So yeah, we'll almost certainly have some space to look for alcohol up here.
It's good.
All right, where are we going first?
I guess further in.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, hi, Rupert. Stop it, buddy. Come on, pal.
What are these boys?
So as you see there, statues. Some are kind of like animalistic. Some show. This one shows an elf wearing a hat that looks to be made out of a goblin skull, and then over here is an elf in kind of armor. And this area looks pretty unlooted. So all these statues have very precious stones in them.
Holy shit. Listen, I don't mean to celebrate too early, and maybe I'm being foolish here, but I think that we just bought our way out of slavery.
How so?
Well, there's so much stuff here. Like, surely the men of the ship have to be impressed by this. Surely this must count for a lot.
I would assume they're trained to never be satisfied.
Yeah.
If that's the case, then...
Classic
All
gap
is
of the
not
list,
wrong.
my friend. Comrade, please.
I hear you, but at the same time, if they're not going to release us, they're not going to abide by their deal, and that has to change our response as well.
This is true. Gone from Turkish to Russian.
Yeah, I can do a whole accent for very long.
Well, that's something to keep in mind. Maybe we don't all show our whole hand at once.
I agree.
And if we
leaving
find
the,
something here that changes things.
I believe the home that we make, we do not ever reveal unless absolutely necessary. Yeah.
Yes. Z, Sizgal, what do you say?
Say we pocket what we can.
Yes,
Now?
I agree. I don't think they're gonna want to let us go. Has anyone ever heard of anybody being actually getting freed?
This is my point.
Well, no, but I haven't ever done this before. So, but yes, I take your point quite well. It's a good one.
Let's cross that bridge when we get there. Buy your freedom.
Can we get a lore check? Has anyone ever been released?
Yeah, let's get a little check.
I can roll that unless you want it.
I certainly do not want to.
He can't read.
Oh,
I can barely talk.
let's see how I do.
Hey.
Not that bad, not that bad. Do I need more?
No. So I mean, unless it's something extreme, 1 success is usually all you need for most tasks.
Cool.
And then unless it's like a pose check, and then you need to beat that. So there's rumors both ways that the company's harsh, but people of their word, and then it's all a scam, and you're gonna just be worked to death. The during your training, like your torturers slash trainers were pretty upfront with you, like you're being sent into extreme danger, and as you kind of grow in skill and through the duration of your kind of imprisonment or assignment, you're going to be given more and more arduous tasks, so it's more likely that you're going to die. But all of them have been very consistent that, like, you do your time and you're out. So there's stories all kinds of ways, but you have as much as you can trust people there enslaving you. Like, they haven't given you any sign that it's a scam.
I convey that, of course.
Right.
I have a question about this tower that I'm gonna be mad about if you don't ask it. Is there any way to turn on the lights that we know of and just be able to see everything?
Oh, that's a really smart question. That's an incredible question. Harold, can we do that?
It was Harold the whole time.
Oh yeah, of course I could turn on the lights. Why didn't you ask sooner?
Yes, on most floors I can control the lights.
Does he actually say that? I fight him to the death. I spend my life
I
destroying
throw him off the tower.
I thought you guys were
I'm
going to try that.
furious. Can he really turn on the lights?
No,
You
he
gotta
can't.
ask.
No, he can't.
Okay, all right.
We've gone too deep.
All right.
Can he though?
Kind of looks like
Kenny.
But can he?
the lights kind of look on to me.
Yeah, so I need
Oh, in
to...
this
Damn
hallway
it.
they're on.
So you still have line of sight. I don't know why it's not working.
Wait, did
That's
he
wild.
really turn the
He
lights
turned-
on?
You turn them on, but I don't.
Oh my goodness! I fight him to the death. I push him off the tower.
Yeah,
I
get
make
out
a
of here.
hole.
I boil him in a soup. How dare he?
That's hilarious.
Alright. Well,
So
let's
we
do that.
are also, while we're figuring out the lights, we're chiseling off these gems from these
What?
little nooks and crannies, right?
Yeah.
What in the Forever 21 bullshit is that thing?
Just a second. Let me fix the raise vision.
Can't see. Just kidding, I can see a little.
I still want walls to work, but trying to
The
get-
walls are working. There's like a couple windows and stuff. Maybe those are secret
I'm
doors we're
standing in
not
this
supposed
doorway.
to know about. Like what's behind the elven statue?
Just a second. I'm almost through everybody's vision.
No, you're good.
Amazing.
Okay. Can I get a scouting check while you're in this hallway really quick?
Sure can. Plus 3.
Good job, good job.
Plus 3.
Yeah, plus 3.
Wow.
Wow. Push him.
Wow.
Wow. All right. We don't know.
Yeah, we do.
Oh, that's
Are
right.
you
No,
fucking
no,
kidding
No, we
me?
don't. Nope, no one's kidding you. Wow, holy jeez. I mean, you
What
can
are
keep
the
going,
odds?
right?
I am out of willpower after that one.
I don't know that you need to. I mean, obviously.
I think it's
have-
a willpower every time he rolls a.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah,
I
so
think
you
so. I would love to just keep
That's-
pushing the
Because
button.
otherwise, you could just
But, yeah.
infinitely roll everything.
That's impressive.
Yep.
Neither
Yeah.
a skull nor a sword on any of.
Yeah, you got all the bad rolls out.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. by the way,
Sure.
I'm leaving.
All 27 of them.
Okay, so we will address this room up to the northeast here. Central in this room. Let me move you all in so you can see it with line of sight.
Oh,
Love having the lights on. What a game
yeah,
changer.
that's quite significant. I've changed my mind about Harold. I'm now in favor of everything that's happened.
So there's a jagged crystal column that's taking up most of this room, in that it's basically like as tall as a tree, and it's just this mostly purple crystal, but all these different colors of shards are sticking off of it. And 20 feet up, your eyes kind of trail up, and then above you is the night sky, or more accurately, outer space again. So this is a taste of space dining hall. And all around the room are these small stone pedestals on the ground. They're about sizes accurate, so they're about 4 or 5 feet across and about a couple inches high. And yeah.
They're a
seems
couple
to be
inches high.
Translucent kind of shifting glow to the crystals of this column in the center of the room.
We slowly approach it. Do we feel anything?
Nope. You just have shifting space above you and a glowing crystal tower in front of you.
Harold, define. And I point at it.
The column.
You're
The
muted.
crystal.
I said analysis in a very funny penguin
Okay.
voice.
The crystal column is so our guests may change their attire to fit their moods. Your clothes or armor, as you are,
What the fuck?
will maintain its current properties. It will only shift in appearance, but the change is permanent and only happens
Ever?
once per day.
I'll touch it.
All right, what color of crystal do you touch?
Cyan. I'm going for Arabian Sultan outfit. If that's an option.
Very inconspicuous.
Yeah.
All right. Your clothes change to appear as a fine chain mesh that's quite transparent. And it
Oh
tinkles
my.
nicely as you walk through the room.
Well. Subscribe to my OF.
I want to look at these tables, these short table stone.
So there's little
things.
few inch tall stone platforms about 5 feet across on the floor.
I look at them.
They look at you.
I put pressure on one.
Okay, so as soon as you try to get above one to do so, you are elevated about 10 feet in the air and flipped onto your back. So you're just kind of floating, and it feels like you're like in a nice cozy hammock.
I scream loudly.
You scream up into outer space.
I try to wiggle free.
Did we hear any of this?
I assure you do. I assure you do.
We might
So
not.
since you so violently want to escape it, you are able to do so. It appears to read your intentions, but it since you are wanting it so badly, it basically kind of throws you onto the floor next to it, and
I take a moment to recompile myself, to adjust myself back to comfort. I did not expect that at all.
Suppose you didn't make Harold try it.
Oh, I probably should have. That's a good idea.
We might have lost him forever.
Oh, that's a good
Can't
point.
allow
Wow.
It's too risky.
These elves are living in such luxuries.
it's disgusting. Yay! So the rest of this room I'll kind of run through pretty quickly. Everything here is pretty apparent since there's not a lot of obstructing your view besides the crystal tower itself. So again, the ceiling is always like that shifting view of space, very similar to like kind of that view kind of flying through space that you had before. You're welcome to the observatory. There is more hookahs here. Some are broken. They seem very covered with orange crystal, so they're of interest to the sludges.
Any hookah looks better than the one that I had grabbed earlier.
There is one that appears to have some more residue.
Oh, I'm not worried about the residue. I just want the quality of the machinery itself for once I start using it.
So there are some that are like pretty finely made, just worked into very exotic figures. Like one is this elf is embracing a small goblin, and it looks kind of like almost a nice happy scene at first, but it's like also slitting its throat at the same time, and it's all from blown glass.
I literally smash it. I literally smash it. Yeah, like as soon as I figure out what's happening, I just whoop, drop. Fuck that thing.
And then there are some that are not figures, but are chased with gems or gold.
All right. Well, I'm comfortable with the one that I have, I suppose. That doesn't perhaps like show them disemboweling a fawn or something, does it?
No, it's a pretty plain glass one.
I'm just checking because that doesn't seem out of character for these bros.
Nope.
Anyway, cool. Man, they got some nice stuff, but they're total jackasses, aren't they? Anyway,
Agreed.
So, cool. Shall we continue our investigations?
Yes.
Sure.
Moving on.
Oh, there are doors up here too.
Yeah. Should we go back into the hallway through this open door?
I guess so.
I'm doing it. Yeah. Same doors.
Okay,
What a
so
long hallway.
yeah, you see a long hallway of doors, pretty much cutting across the whole length of the whole width of the tower. Z to your far south is a golden arch. Looks like it's literally made of gold.
Neat. I'm gonna
And
look at it, but not touch it.
lots of assorted statues and niches.
I scream. No, I don't scream. I stop myself. I need to roll something to make sure that I stop myself. I'm going to roll wits.
Lost your wits.
I'm going to push it if that's okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay, cool.
You
got
manage
there.
I'm going
yourself.
to drop my wits. And I need to back the F away from what I am seeing here. Most Ricky Dick. In fact, I can't close that door, can I? Can't just
Nope.
shut it real quick?
There's no door
Okay.
there.
I'm scooting. I'm out of there. I go find the rest of.
I am scooting to find out what the fuck he just screamed about.
You guys run
I'm
past
not a-
each other in the hall.
Yeah.
I stop myself from screaming thanks to
I
my
do the
wits
like
roll, but-
the pause, like go to like touch his shoulder as he just like sprints by and go. I'll check it out.
once he's past
Ah!
exactly correct response.
Let's go downstairs
Can we huddle somewhere?
or through the golden arch.
We gotta go. Yeah. we
How
gotta
big
go
are those
someplace else.
statues? Actually, it doesn't fucking matter because they don't have anatomy. Never
I
mind.
don't even.
So I mean, they're all like elven like warrior figures and scenes of elven orgies and other such things.
Yikes.
Yeah.
So
Let's.
those were statues. Those weren't like.
No, I'm talking about in the hallway. What you saw in the room is
right.
what you saw.
Oh
Alright, I gotta
boy.
go see what they saw.
No, you don't. I'm gonna stop her.
Well, I mean, like her as a character or a person.
What
Yeah,
else
yeah,
can you
yeah,
stop
yeah.
me? Oh, as a person I can see?
Yeah.
There's
The one
a
at the top?
minimum of a dozen
yeah.
orange slimes.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Not today, Satan.
Okay, well, those things are the worst. I think we can all agree.
There's
We haven't found
there's
Bruce
no
yet.
closing them off. like closing off the doorway because they'll just slip through a small crevice.
Right.
Yeah, and that doorway has no door. It's
Correct.
the way. Some of these doors are just open.
Should we
Um,
investigate?
I'm
How about-
looking through like the crack in this door here, and I think that I can see another one of those things. So
Oh,
that's not cool.
I think
Yeah.
it's just an entire room of those things.
Yeah,
Don't you want to go into the ballroom?
No,
not this,
not this
no.
time.
No,
Let's go through the portal. Those
Yeah.
seem safe.
Look at the portal.
there's a solid quarter of this room that is cut off. Do you guys see that?
To the right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
like,
It's
to
like
the
a
east,
bedroom-looking place. I looked
Is it?
through something. I'm gonna go over to this statue here.
So
And inspect it.
Yeah. So there's fog of war, so you can see where you used to be able to see through cracks and stuff. So you can see cracks through the wall.
Can I move the statue?
You can try to move
Oh,
yourself
hell.
through the statue.
Oh.
Move myself through, or just move the statue?
Move your character through the statue.
Oh, okay. Womp womp womp.
What's in there?
The bedroom,
Okay.
or
It's the kitchen.
okay. Couldn't tell if those were sarcophagi, beds, or tables.
I use sarcophaguses, but it's very elaborate oven, stove, cooking areas for all the guests. So, but this is a learning point for when you see kind of like little cracks and stuff. You should investigate, and scanning rolls will kind of help with this. You guys failed the scanning roll earlier, but there are some hidden doors. So if you see like weird areas you
Awesome.
can't get to in this or other ruins, you should definitely investigate.
What's back here?
This is a very disgusting pantry of food that's rotted for 300 years and grown a nice forest of mold.
I would
Lovely.
like to look through all of the pantry.
Okay.
I would like to be
Give me
not there.
Yep. And
I would have sent Harold in, but you know. Are there any
got
other
roll
like?
plus nothing unless people are helping you.
Notoriously, dwarves can't smell, so.
Hmm.
I thought the thing was dwarves do smell.
What does your dwarven nose smell?
There you go.
Actually, it's quite funny. I do consider my lack of scent to be one of my more beneficial abilities. I work in mental health, and not everyone, you know what I mean. That's
Okay.
kind of
I think I got a map here somewhere. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention where my token is. Thank you.
Yeah, so they found the secret entrance into the kitchens. It's secret because most guests don't want to see filthy servants cooking their food.
Mhm.
That they're used to having. So, Ja over here stayed the course and dug through a forest of mold, which he now needs to make a wits roll about. But you find a glass dagger.
Nice.
Oof.
Oh, that's good.
You're gonna push that?
I have no willpower.
Okay. Well,
I think
so
your first push is free.
yeah, first push is free. So
Oh, well.
I was incorrect about that.
I have
Oh,
no
well.
willpower.
Okay, so you were gonna
33
take one...
bad rolls later. We're still rolling them, boys.
So far, you're gonna take 1 point of wits damage.
Yeah, okay.
That's not bad.
But you have a very finely made glass dagger. It's not quite transparent. You can kind of see the shape of your fingers on the other side of it. You can't quite see through it. It's just gray, smoky glass, and it seems incredibly sharp and well made.
Okay, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go see if those slimes are coming after us. Hang on a second. Any of them?
So you can
Any
go
of them
through the
yet?
wall here.
Should we barricade ourselves in here? I don't know.
Honestly, though, we should probably go find a way to barricade that door at some juncture. Is there anything in the kitchen that can move and get out past that statue?
Can you make a lore check for everyone who's seen in character? If your character has like gone and peeked or you saw it the first time, however many people that is, you make a roll plus that many.
I have not peeked.
Peeked at what? The slimes?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I think it's just 2 really.
I've
I think
peeked,
it's
yeah.
weird.
So
Okay,
I'll just add
lore
plus
2?
1 modifier.
Or yeah, plus 1. Yeah, that's right.
I get 1.
Nice. Okay, so you're kind of recollecting in the flash that you saw that room. You saw the like finely tiled floor. You saw the opposite wall was a gigantic mirror, and you saw a lot of slimes and movement in the shadows. And then you saw at least one more through like a crack in one of the doors. So, just giving you a better hint of what you saw.
I do not know what to take away from that, but I do convey that information to the rest of the group. So just to reiterate, there were a whole bunch of slimes, and the entire wall behind them was a mirror. Is that correct?
Hmm?
Did that artificially inflate their number?
No, I mean you saw a lot of slimes. I mean it probably looked like more at a glance, but I mean there are a lot of them.
Gotcha. And I'm realizing now that the hope of barricading won't work because they can get through anything.
Pretty much.
So that's unfortunate.
So what's
Yeah,
the
we should
plan?
probably get up here. I say portal.
Okay.
Well, I want to see if there's any. Are there any bottles or
Good question.
things in these cooking stations in this kitchen?
So when Jaw was digging through the mold forest, he found a lot of bodies in there, and you kind of put together that maybe some servants held out here after whatever happened to the elves. So there's not really a lot left in this kitchen.
Sad. Okay. So yeah, portal time, I suppose.
Yeah.
All right, you head to the golden portal, and that's where we'll end it for the night.
Cool. I want to show the sorcerer among us the glass dagger. See if he makes anything of it.
Is it sus?
You can do a sus check.
All right,
Can
yeah,
I get a
roll
vibe
one.
check? Could I get a vibe check on the ballroom?
Not good
The
vibes.
vibe check. No, that's a bad vibe. That is a bad scene.
That's big oof.
It's a no for me, Doug.
Right.
So 1.
Yes, so it gives you the slight tingle of. It seems like at first you would say something in the realm of teleportation magic, but it seems different, like some sort of action at a distance.
I'm going to say to the group at large, I think and this sounds odd, I think I'm starting to get the hang of this a little bit. I think that this is a weapon that can strike at a distance. I'm half guessing, but that's what I suspect. There's some kind of, they're kind of movement magic. It feels a little bit like that circle that we found on the ground floor, above the storerooms. This could be a very useful tool, and I hand it back to you.
All right.
Cool.
Anything else that we want to do before we close, or?
I've been enjoying this a ton. Next
Yeah.
week is, I think, the 17th, and I
I think a lot of people are out.
Nope.
Cool.
I'll be hosting people and or stuck on a river. So
So is the 24th our next day, and can we all make it?
So far, yeah.
Yeah.
I am a 75% yes. But there is a solid chance of a no, but I'm a yes for right now.
That's fair.
And, I would say that if sorry, Emma Dan, I think that you wanted to say something?
I just said I should be able to make it.
Cool. Yeah, and I would say that if I ever can't make it and the rest of you guys can, I invite you go ahead without me. I'll just get, amorphous blob me and I'll hop back in next time, no problem.
He's turned into an
I
orange
think
slime.
we're good
Kill him.
playing with one person out. But when we get to 2 people out, might as well just
Agreed.
wait.
Absolutely agreed. I really enjoy this game tremendously. I was really glad to hop back into it.
I'm glad you guys are liking it. I'm very glad to be running it again. So
Hell yeah.
got a good chunk through the tower already. So it's been pretty cool.
Hell yeah.
Yay.
And none of us have died yet. What?
Most
And 2
enjoyable dungeon
combat.
crawl I've ever been in.
Yeah. 2 combats, 1 session. I'm pooped.
Yeah, I'm
Well, thanks all. Have a
crashing
good
here.
day.
All right.
All right. Later, guys.
See y'all guys
Thank you.
later.